Hi, Spots and Cheap Pops. You're on the air.
Hi, Spots and Cheap Pops, ladies and gentlemen. This is Silicon City Valley. I am with my man, Vladdy Dottie, and we are bringing you the very best in professional wrestling talk that has ever graced this internet that we love so much.
We're going to switch gears and talk about the indie blowjob shows on Turner Network.
And
It feels like it.
I am waiting, and I want someone to answer me this. Look at these rankings, Vladdy Dottie. This is a top 5 ranking in the tag team division. FTR didn't scratch the top 5. There are teams on there that I don't even know if they've tag teamed more than 2 or 3 times. Private Party's been there for 3 weeks.
Yep.
The greatest tag team in the world, or at least one of them, is universally FTR. Dax came out and said that this week, by the way. They're not in the top 5. That's okay. Well, guess we'll do a triples with Daniel Garcia on the back burner. But the fact you don't have FTR involved in your tag team division or the Acclaimed in your tag team division, your two best most popular and best tag teams, you don't have them in your tag team division. How fucking dumb. How irresponsibly stupid is that? The Young Bucks aren't even really they are in the tag division. They're getting a title shot when they haven't had a freaking tag team match in 2 years. They're getting a title match at Revolution with Sting and Darby Allin after they win this Wednesday. And the big title reign by Ricky Starks and Big Bill, a big fat 0.
Nothing.
Bullshit win on FTR. It wasn't even that great of it. It was a fucking squash match. FTR never got their it's just nonsensical. That's just part of it. Now, I'm watching Dynamite. I'm watching Collision. They literally are having enhancement matches with indie guys I don't know, or recently signed people, or people from Mexico I don't really know about. And I'm supposed to care, and they're all really great matches. Every one of your big stars are having these great matches with these indie blowjobs no one ever heard of before. Okay? I don't want to sound like Skip Bayless, but that's what's happening. And none of these matches have consequences. None of them. I don't want to say none of them. What about Forever and Hangman this week? A majority of them you can fast forward. Well, don't you like to see good pro wrestling? New Japan has great pro wrestling. WWE has great pro wrestling. Whether you want to admit it or not, I don't give a shit. TNA has great pro wrestling. MLW has great pro wrestling. Great pro wrestling isn't the premium that you think it is on AEW. It's not. Especially when you have at least one of the indie blowjobs that have been in the business for 5 years or less botching on a weekly basis on national television. Your wrestling isn't that great top to bottom. Yes, can Bryan Danielson and Okada, or Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay when he comes in, or whoever else, can they have these amazing matches that you can't see in WWE? Yes. But they also have a bunch of jabrones who shouldn't be on national television, who's not ready for national television, and more importantly, doesn't get people to watch, and certainly doesn't get them to pay the ticket to get in the building. And eventually, you need people to like your shit, except for these indie blowjob people, AEW sycophants, that think everything's going to be okay if we just stick to what we like. Well, you guys better rally the troops and get some asses in those seats, and you better start watching a lot more than you're watching now. You better get all your friends and your cousins and your relatives to start helping out Tony Khan. Or not, you're catching AEW television on YouTube next year. You better start showing up. If you want this bullshit, horrible creative direction that they started as soon as MJF left, if you think that's going to get you more fans, no. This is a disaster. It's a disaster. And I'm tired of pretending that, it's great because we're seeing more pro wrestling. You need to care about why people are fighting. Not just showing up and having a great match. You need to care. And you don't get that. Tony Khan, either he's running away from his responsibility of telling actual stories, or he just thinks this is actually great. Either way, we used to kill Vince for doing what he thought was right and not giving the fans what they want. Well, you know what, Tony? You're doing the same goddamn thing. I don't know who's got the pencil. I don't know who's calling the shots. But whoever it is, this new direction is going to bury your company. Because I'll tell you what, for the first time ever, I didn't make it a priority to watch AEW. And I know just me, huh? It's not just me. We're the fans that want you to succeed. We're the ones that want you to do well. We're the ones that want you to continue to be a viable option for people. But we also are the ones that'll turn the channel because we're not loyal to you. We're loyal to our time. We're loyal to ourselves. We're loyal to our entertainment value. You're in the service industry. You stop entertaining me, I stop giving you my time and energy. And that's where we're getting with AEW. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. It's gotten to the point where I don't even really consider checking in with Collision. I haven't checked in with Rampage for probably over a year. It's on the DVR. That way, if something does happen, I can at least go reference it. But otherwise, it just auto deletes itself, and it's not really even part of my life. So, and as I was watching Dynamite this week, there was a lot of like moments where I'm like, man, this is just not good. Was not a good Dynamite in my opinion. So.
No, it's terrible. They haven't had a good show since the new year.
Yeah,
there hasn't been a strong episode since the new year. Now, by the way, some shining examples that are killing it. You have Swerve, absolute killing. Had a great promo this past week. I think they're doing a double term completely this Wednesday coming up. The way they're setting up, just the interaction with Prince Nana. Tony Storm continues to be one of the funniest and most entertaining things I've ever seen in my life in terms of women's wrestling, in terms of wrestling, period. I'm somewhat interested. That's about it.
All right, man. I got to ask you a question.
Thanks for playing.
Here's the question, like, of questions for you. There's no bigger Jay White fan that I know. What is your opinion about what's going on with the Bang Bang Scissor Gang?
I think it's a waste of talent on all sides. I think we'll see where it goes. They just started it, and there's some really talented people involved. So we'll see what happens. I think you're eventually just going to see Bullet Club Gold turn on the Acclaim with Billy Gunn siding with Bullet Club Gold. Hopefully they unite the two Why do we have two trios titles being defended on TV every other week?
Yeah.
Just stupid. Just dumb. Dumb.
And then I also noticed that in the rankings that you sent me for the trios, you have the champions being what you call the Acclaimed with Billy Gunn. And then the number one contender was the Bullet Club Gold. So then I'm thinking, if these rankings are actually true and should be like noted, why would they go and align themselves when they can go and like win the AEW trios titles?
Yeah.
Is that just common sense or
it's stupid, dude? It is stupid.
Yeah.
It is dumb. Maybe he's trying to unite the two trios titles. Maybe that's where the end of the road is here, which it might be pretty cool if that's the case. But Jay White needs to be at the top of one of your divisions. The fact that you're back, and even the Guns as well, they're a great tag team. They're not even. I think they might be ranked as a tag team, but I'm not sure. But you got to it's called putting your aces in their places. Put your stars top of the hour. Put your big stars closing your show, opening your show, closing your show's top of the hour. Aces in their places. Put the top people there. You build your middle card around that. Then what you got to do is have your tag team division be filled with your best tag teams, not the ones you want to be good in 2 or 3 or 4 years when they've been in the business for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years. All these people that are early to mid 20s are on TV cutting their teeth. That's not what national television is for, cutting your teeth. I love seeing young talent. It's great, but they botch a lot. They botch a real lot. Sorry, they do. And it's embarrassing at this point. So back to your point, I think it's wasting talent. Jay White, the Guns, and the Acclaimed should not be in trios matches and should not be trying to build a division that no one's ever going to really give a shit about. Focus on your actual divisions you have already. Make your tag team division the best in the world again. Make your women's division passable. Make your heavyweight championship division viable where there's actual serious contenders for Samoa Joe. Like, do better with what you have instead of adding things because you can't figure out an end game for anything. It's lazy. It's uncreative and it's stupid. That's Tony Khan right now. It's a joke. It's a disaster. Since MJF left, it's been an unmitigated disaster, and they're going to draw unopposed. They're going to draw under 700,000 sooner than later on Wednesday nights. It's going to happen soon. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Because it's not provocative and entertaining television. Period. I could go on YouTube and watch great matches all day. Give me stories that I care about and characters and people I care about and wrestlers I care about. That's because they have a certain style in the ring. So that's where I'm at with that. Thank you so much for watching High Spots and Cheap Pops. For Vladi Dottie, this is Silicon Steve Alley. Hit the subscribe button and let us know what you think. Thank you for watching, and here endeth the lesson.